Alright, so this print is going to be basically printing this back here, this pod that goes on this little 3-inch drone. And I made a couple more small changes, and I think this will be the final version that works really well. So here we go. Hope you enjoy it. Very Meta's back. What's up, man? Right now, and you know, if you listen carefully, you can hear it. It's weird. The I think it's the main fan. It's randomly speeding up and slowing down. It shouldn't be doing that. The two fans on the side that are cooling the print, those are the ones that are variable. But I have it set to 100% fan speed after layer like 3. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Why is this fan speed that should always be constant changing? Any thoughts, comments? Let me know. Very Meta is answering my question about the fan speed being sporadic. He says that he asked when the last time I flashed my firmware was, and he says his printer does that whenever the firmware starts corrupting. What the heck do you mean starts corrupting? I've never heard of anyone having... See, oh, there it goes. You hear that? It like blips like mirror, mirror. I don't know. Anyways, I just flashed it whenever I did the Marlin 1.1.6. I've never heard of firmware just like slowly getting corrupted and having bugs. Tell me more. Very Meta says it's a Anycubic console using Tri-Gorilla board. I've never heard of a Tri-Gorilla board. That's strange. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I don't like it. Oh, we got some more comments. Jerva Marcus says on his DIY printer, fan slows down whenever Hotend heats up. Same 12 volt line. Heated bed is on separate 12 volt line, so that doesn't do it. Okay, Jerva, I thought the exact same thing, and on the little display on my printer, you can tell whenever it's putting power to the bed or the Hotend, and the fan speed does not correlate with whenever it kicks on to the Hotend or the heated bed. So that's a good call, and that was the first thing that I checked, but that doesn't really seem to be what's my problem is, which is strange. Also, it doesn't seem to be going off and on as much anymore, which kind of worries me because it almost seems like something burned out. It's weird. It's super weird. Very Meta says it's a proprietary board. He's talking about his, I think that's his Tri-Gorilla board. He says it's proprietary. Every week or so he has to reflash because the motors will just randomly zip up about 50 steps. It's kind of a... Oh, wow, that does sound terrible. Yeah, I would stay away from that. Very Meta also says he's building a Mindle printer in his free time. He just finished the frame. Dude, nice. I think you're going to love the Mindle printer. That's a pretty sweet setup. Very Meta also says, now that I think about it, my problem may be that the code he flashed the printer is corrupt beforehand. Yes, I would think once you flash firmware to the main board, unless you're going back and changing some weird settings in the menus, you should not be getting any type of changes in your firmware. So yeah, it probably is corrupt when you flash it or when you upload it. You might, I don't know if you can open it up in Arduino IDE and take a look at it, but that would be my suggestion. All right, I'm checking back in. Let's see here. Very Meta asks, what mainboard does the CR-10 use? It is a, and it's some super janky board that is not an Arduino Mega. You can Google it. I don't remember. It uses like a Arduino Sanguino or something. I don't know. It's something funky, and that would be the one thing that I would probably replace in the future on the CR-10. Kristen Martinez, hey man, he asks, where do I live? I live in Texas. Where do you live? Tell me all your secrets. Also, this file is now up. If you check the video description, you can go to the MyMiniFactory page, follow that link, and you can see this file, download it, and try to print it yourself, or just taking a better look at it in 3D if you want. a dang fan kicked on again. I mean, it stays on the entire time. It just speeds up. It's so weird. And it slowed back down. I don't like not knowing why my printer is doing certain things. Oh boy. Oh, snap. Yeah, the fan is going crazy. Kristen Martinez, you're from Waco. Ooh. I'm from Waco too. Shh, don't tell anybody. That's cool, man. We should definitely meet up. Do you fly drones or do you just do the 3D printing gig? What's up, and busy? Your upside down question mark is confusing. Oh my gosh, Kristen Martinez. Dude, send me an email to neatherbot@gmail.com and I'll get your contact info. There is a drone race this weekend for Tiny Whoops, and people are getting together, and it's gonna be great. Even if you don't have a Tiny Whoop, you just borrow one of mine. You need to come hang out. We've got a small group of FPV people that are drone people, and it's growing pretty fast. So I would love to get you involved and get flying with you. So we have some people that fly 5-inch stuff too. So I would love to get connected with you, man. Shoot me an email. And Busy says that he's also waiting for his printer to finish printing. So he's watching me finish a print while he's finishing a print. Nice. Very Meta says that he sometimes gets hypnotized by just sitting at his desk and watching his printer. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. When I like the first year of having my printer, not the CR-10 but the Ultimaker that I had before this, you could just like waste so much time. Not waste, but like it was just entertaining just to watch a little machine sit there and like print something into reality from a digital file. It's just a really cool thing. I agree. And Busy says he's printing last parts for a P38 and designing new parts for a 3D printer Nano Talon clone. Oh, nice, dude. That'll be sweet. Oh, dang. Very Meta is pretty far away from where I'm at. Well, shoot, man. If you want to do the drive, then you could definitely swing down for the weekend too, and we could have. Do you have a Whoop? I guess that's the. I mean, the thing that's most upcoming is this weekend. There's a makerspace that's hosting a Whoop race, like almost like a multi GP style. So I'm getting all my buddies to come out and we're gonna kill it. Oh, dang, man. You need to get a Whoop. They are the most fun you can have indoors with FPV, period. It is so much fun. If I would suggest, if you've flown drones before, I would suggest jumping right into like a Beta 65S or something like that, or just going to the tinywhoop.com and just getting one of their Tiny Whoop racers, the TWRs. Those things are solid. They fly really well. And Jesse Perkins is an awesome guy, and we should support his business because he's doing some cool stuff. I mean, I think honestly, if you've got the transmitter and the FPV goggles, like for another rig, I don't know if you fly drones or what you have, but if you've already got like stuff set up, like the expensive stuff, like the transmitter and the goggles, getting a Whoop and flying, like you're talking like under $100 to have a pretty legit setup. So, I mean, it's hard to not get one because they are tons of fun. Oh shoot, okay, so yeah, and Busy says last time he flew a drone, it had no gyro, was 6S, and had 1000 kV motors. Yeah, man, the very first drone I ever built was a 450, and I mean, I think I actually have some videos about it if you like poke far enough back in my YouTubes. But it was just like a flame wheel with like, it's actually on top of the Gatorade fridge right next to the printer, but I don't want to move the camera. Anyways, yeah, dude, the technology has advanced so much since, 3-4 years ago with drones. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so I just looked. The motors on my 450 are 2212s, 980 kV. Like, talk about crazy old technology. Someday I'll have to get that thing back in the air just to like laugh at it because it's so terrible. Oh shoot. And Busy said that he wasn't using 2.4 or 5.8 transmitter. He was using old school 95 hertz quartz long range, no problem with that beast. Yeah, those transmitters were a little bit nuts. Just about everything that I've flown drones with has been 2.4, thankfully. I was able just to kind of skip past all that other stuff. I was into like nitro RC cars and like electric drift RC cars back when I was in college, and for those I did have the quartz crystals where you had to like, you know, have different crystal sets than people you wanted to, you know, run with. So I did get a little taste of that, but luckily the 2.4 was getting cheap enough when I was in college that I quickly switched over to that and then just never looked back. I mean, but with the cars, you never really drive crazy far away because you can't see it. But now with FPV and drones, it would almost be better to have that back, because then you could just punch through buildings and trees and just keep going. So it's kind of weird how like going back in time would benefit drones now, which is kind of crazy. But I'm thankful we don't have to mess with crystals anymore. That was a pain in the butt. Huh. Yeah, you can see that fan is like barely spinning now. Something is not right. Shoot. Hopefully we can finish this print though, and the hot end doesn't just crap out. I'm looking, it's at 195, and it's not going... Oh, dude, yeah, it just totally stopped. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if I can... Oh my gosh. What the heck? I want to unplug this thing so if it's like drawing tons of current, it's not going to hurt the control board. Alright, well, there's that. Super dumb. Maybe just the fan was going out? Oh, that's sketchy. I can't really do anything about it. I'll keep an eye on the temperature on the display, and if it's having a hard time staying at 195, I might just have to stop the print, but I don't want to stop it now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Golly. Stupid fan. And Busy wants me just to burn the entire printer. No, it's okay. I added this deal, so it's not necessarily the printer's fault. It's probably that I didn't use a super nice expensive fan. I just got this off eBay, so I may have just learned my lesson. I might have to get like a really nice, oh, like a, instead of like a $2 fan, I might need to get like a $10 fan. Ooh, breaking the bank. But yeah. So that might be the next project we work on. We'll see. And I think I'm starting to under extrude, which means that, yep, crap. Well, boys and girls, this is what happens whenever you don't properly cool your hot end, is that your, golly. Yeah, this print's done. Well. Yeah, now the extruder's just grinding. Okay. Stopping the print. Son of a diddly. So, that's a bummer. Without the fan, it took about, like, what? Less than a minute or so? Okay, so, everyone, before y'all leave, give me, please, I need a replacement fan. I think this is 30 by 30. Let's measure it real quick. Don't leave, I need help. Help! I guess like the outside dimension is, yeah, 30. So measuring the outside of the fan is 30. Hole spacing is like 23, 24. So 24 hole spacing. What fans would y'all suggest for me to replace this guy? Because it just stopped working and then just ruined the print, which is a bummer, but lesson learned. It is 24 volts. Oh wait, this says 12 volts. Oh my god. Did I like really not ever notice that? The CR-10 runs off of 24 volts. That is probably why this thing died. Oh my gosh. How did I miss that? Did I really do something that stupid? I suppose I did. Yes, so I need a 30 millimeter fan that runs off 24 volts that kicks out a lot of air. Because I know there are some fans that do that but don't push much air. Matrix Fire says upgrade to a fan to a Noctua 40 millimeter fan. They're not cheap, but they are a lot quieter. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. James, I think this is about 30 XT units wide. I think that's what that comes out to. Yeah. Noctua. Okay, everyone's saying the same brand. I guess I'll go poke around and see if I can find one. Preferably on, gosh. Oh dear. Preferably on Amazon Prime, and I'll get that ordered and sent on its way. So, well, this turned into an awesome lesson of what happens whenever your fan sucks or you don't cool your hot end enough and you start to under extrude because the plastic starts to get heat creep and goes up and then jams the printer. Let's just go ahead and peel away the supports. We don't need that anymore. Okay. I mean, yeah, it was gonna be a sweet print, but it didn't get the chance to make it all the way. All right. I will see you next time.